Hello, I'm Tara Brabazon.
And I'm Judy O'Connell.
And this is our 10th session. We've done it. Thank you for hanging with us. And can I just thank the incredible Judy. I adore this woman. I admire her so much. Shut up. I admire her so much, and it's just been lovely spending time with her and sharing her expertise
and it's an honour
with the
to
planet.
be here.
I
It's
adore
an absolute
you.
honour.
But this is the final one. And it's about
We're
the future.
excited. Yeah, we're excited about the future,
The
actually.
future. And I sort of thought I'd base the future around a trope that I'm very interested in, which is mobility. Now really I would argue the key word of the 2010s is mobility. If you think about it, mobile phones, mobile applications, mobile learning, so ideas, people, businesses move. And a wonderful guy called Professor John Urry in his Centre for Mobility Research, so CMOR, at Lancaster University, argued that mobility is the new marker of class, Jude. So in other words, the empowered move, the disempowered do not. Now that's quite interesting if we come to think about M-learning and mobility, because it is a great privilege to be able to be part of mobile learning. So what's your vibe, Jude, on mobility and what we do in schools and universities?
I love that word empower, because you know, our academic programs for our students is exactly about that, empowering them to be really great members of their profession, current profession and future profession. But the world that they're learning in is very different to what you and I may have started off with when we started our academic careers. Their world is mobile, and they will be travelling, they will be working, they will want to use and maximise the time that they're doing their learning. They're life-wide and lifelong learning. So, you know, if you're on the train from Central Coast to Sydney, you're going to your workplace, you're also doing some part-time study at CSU, you will want to be able to use your mobile device to access your learning materials, because you're not going to carry a laptop everywhere with you. So it's really important that we adopt a mobile mindset, both in terms of how we engage with the things that we've talked about, Twitter and Facebook, and using online tools to curate our information, but also using our mobile platforms to deliver our LMS hosted type learning experiences.
And I do think mobility and taking M-learning seriously, it's not only going to change how we think about learning and how we think about knowledge, but I think it's going to transform how we think about professional development. Because we need to take this new series of platforms seriously. And you and I, neither of us are a big, oh, it's new, therefore it must be good. We're not that at all. But I think what you and I are arguing for through these 10 sessions has been try something. A lot of these platforms and applications are free, and therefore try, explore, gain new literacies, gain new skills, see if they are useful for what you can trial in the classroom or the library or in your other professional work.
That's right. These platforms and devices are evolutionary, and so it's actually part of our academic responsibility to take these on board and choose and filter and train our teachers, our educators, our professionals in how best to manage mobile devices, mobile learning experiences and mobile apps that we plug into it. You know, it's interesting that people in the community don't hesitate to do that. They're using apps to track their running records, for example.
All those weird run trackers.
Weird run trackers. So, you know, if they're happy to do that, why aren't we happy to find the best things to support our mobile learning experiences?
I agree. And last thing I'll say, and sorry to sort of be bandwagony a bit on this, but you know, as the head of the School of Teacher Education, something that really does worry me is we are educating our teachers to move into digital classrooms, classrooms that have iPads all around them, a whole series of digital facilities. And if we are not training our teachers, educating our teachers to handle those digital classrooms, so if we're still using old-fashioned textbooks, if we're still using very basic, rudimentary learning management systems, then I would argue we're really not contributing to what this country should be doing with teacher education. So it's not only about digital versus analogue, it's having the information literacy skills to be able to determine what is the best use of a platform and information for a specific audience. So once we can establish those sort of relationships, I think that is a great step forward, if you will, to understand professionalism in both a digital and analogue environment.
And certainly in the education setting, we want to make sure that our students in schools are learning more in school than they are learning outside of school. It really saddens me when I hear of families, well, it's happy on one side, but you know, they go to school and they do ordinary, standard, maybe exciting experiences, but they go home and they thoroughly enjoy working in Minecraft. And they learn from each other in Minecraft. Now, what is it about our teachers who are hesitant to move into these environments?